all know that our show is all about empowering and motivating the younger generation. Today on our platform we have a special guest, but before that, something for you all to see.
I want to tell each and every one of you, if you have a dream, put your head in it. It doesn't matter how you started. Everybody starts wrong. Life, the journey, is not straight. There's always obstacles along the way. But as long as you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and what you want, you will always gain it. So that's my message to each and every one of you young people in this place right now. And I would like you all to clap your hands for yourself for the hard work that you have done from 2016 to 2017. You all deserve that. Clap your hands for yourself. Harder.
Welcome back. On our platform today, we have a man, but before that, he poses, he hosts, and he's also a TV presenter. It's the one and only man, Mr. Randy Kabson.
Yes. What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Nice to see you. You look good and perfect suit.
I know, so do you. So do you. I had to make sure I come. It's like my instinct was telling me, you know what, you need to make sure you look good.
Well, the presenters, how do we have to do?
This is the thing. This is the thing. So yeah, this is something like yeah, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Mr. Randy.
Yes.
We've seen so many things that you do, but before that, we would like to know a little bit about you, like the background.
Yeah.
Your family, where do you come from? Yeah. Can you tell us, please?
Right. So my family, where do I come from? Obviously, I'm Congolese without a doubt. I'm Congolese, born and raised in the Congo. Been here for a while now, as you can tell. Father of one, married. What else did I say? Uni graduate and all that. So I've been through the ropes. I've been through the education system. Doing good for myself so far, I would like to think. So like everybody else, you know, I'm just sort of building something here for not just for myself, but for my community as well as the younger generations to come. Because time, for me, I'm saying time's going, you know.
Yes.
Like the first generation where our fathers and stuff like that, they're now reaching the I wouldn't say the end, but they're drawing closer. They're running out of energy. Now it's us, and then
you know some will not like that.
They're running. No, you have to admit it. They're running out of energy, and now it's our turn to do what we got to do.
Yes.
Then, if you think about it, those who are 17, 18 now, those are who were prepping. Do you know what I mean? Like from 15 onwards, they're who we're prepping on for, because sooner or later, before you know it, 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, it'll be them. So who's Randy Kabson? I'm just a young man, you know. Born and
a
raised,
big man,
a young man, still a young man, big but still a young man, born and raised in the Congo, and then still paving the way for the generation to come.
Thank you for that information. Now the name Randy, is that your birth name or is it your stage name?
No, that's my birth name. You know, my name's actually Randy. Like it's in my passport. Both passports, the Congolese and the British passport.
You know, because some people don't have the British passport.
No, that's my name. That's my name, Randy.
So what's the name? What's the meaning behind it?
I don't know. I think it's come from. I think obviously when I was born, I think my dad got it. My dad was a big wrestling fan at the time, so I think it was inspired by Randy. There was a wrestler called Randy at the time, so I think he was inspired by that. I'm yet to confirm that information with him, but it only makes sense. But all of us have got, like, me and my siblings, we've all got like names who've, you know, been named after, if it's not somebody, a family member or you know, someone famous or something like that. But yeah, I think it's an American name, isn't it? So
that's very interesting for Congolese parents to take an American name.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like in Congolese people, we've all got like we've got good names, you know. Like, you know, I've got a friend called Jamie, you know, Jamie. You know what I mean? Jamie, we call him Jamie Fox, but we've all got good names. Randy, Jamie. Apart from the typical names, like, you know, French names like Fabrice or like Yannick Junior, we've got good names. I would like to think we've got good names. Yeah.
But why didn't you give yourself a stage name? We've seen so many people, like, I'll give an example myself.
Yeah.
On the passport is Gloria.
Oh, okay.
But on the stage is Angelique.
Yeah.
Why didn't you choose to do that?
I do have a stage name. I think Kabson is my stage name. Like,
so you gave yourself Kabson. Why Kabson?
Why Kabson? You know what? Let me tell you a joke. Like, it's, you know when you're Congolese, back when we was in school and stuff like that, you know, it was really hard to maintain that identity as a Congolese person. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because he wasn't. I would say it wasn't cool to be Congolese. Like, it was cool to be Jamaican.
Or to choose another nationality.
Yeah, all the Congolese boys growing up in my era, they'll tell you it was hard to say, oh, I'm Congolese, because it's like, what? You're what? So, and then also, Kabasele. People always, that's my family name, Kabasele. But when you phone up like companies and stuff like that, they always ask you to spell it. It's like I've never, even now when I speak to my bank or car insurance or whatever, when they ask you what's your surname, it's my brain is automatically being programmed to say Kabasele. So when I was younger, I thought, you know what if I call myself Kabson? Would it be easier for people?
Because it's catchy. The name Kabson is catchy. We haven't seen that.
So when I said, would it be easier for people to remember Kabson than Kabasele? But then as I grew, it stayed with me. But as I grew up, I was even to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm going to change it. That's going to be my name on my passport.
You must have done like what I did.
Nah.
To change the big long name.
As I grew older, I thought to myself, you know what, if I change the name Kabson, then that really takes away some of my Congolese genuine identity. So maintaining it can stay as my stage name, but my name's still Randy Kabasele. Do you know what I mean? That's who I am, Muluba and stuff like that. So
you had to put the tribe involved.
I'm proud. Yeah,
we had to put the tribe involved.
So I have to
Thank you so much for that information.
Nah, you're welcome.
Now, we've seen you do so many things. We
Yeah.
see you into hosting.
Yeah.
We see you into TV presenting.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
To be honest, I think it all fits well with my personality. People that know me or my family and stuff, they'll tell you I'm a people's person. I'm a people's person. One of the things that there's no greater joy in making others happy. That comes from that's what I feel. So I always feel I'm always more joyful when I make others happy. You know, so. In terms of presenting, it's a skill that I've developed over the years, you know, because obviously growing up in the church, like I was always in front of people because I was always
growing up in church.
I grew up in church. My dad being a pastor, I grew up in church, so I was always in front of people.
We can tell with the tie and everything.
Yeah, this is just, you know what I mean. I've got to do what I've got to do. You know what I mean? But I was always in front of people, whether you know doing music or so. When I grew up, it's like my personality is just being bubbly or being, you know, energetic. I could easily speak in front of crowds. Like it's not a problem.
So you didn't have no fear.
I didn't. Nah, I don't get nervous. Like I get obviously excited to stand in front of people. Do you get them
butterflies?
Nah, not no more. Like not no more. I think the first few shows and stuff like that, you're kind of thinking, oh my God, like what do I do? What do I say? And you're trying too hard. But I think over the years, it just comes naturally now. Honestly speaking, I feel no way about standing in front of people. My aim is, as I stand in front of people, I want to make those people feel easy, happy, and so the presenting came from just me being a bubbly person. So one day, you know, people will ask me. It started off with friends. Friends will ask me, "Can you come and do this event at my church?" Or "Can you come?"
How old were you then?
How old was I?
Because, like, you know, the viewers may want to know, like, which one started first.
I don't really want people to work out my age and stuff. Do you know what? I'll say the music started first.
So you were in music as well?
Yeah, the music started first.
So which one did you do? Were you singing?
Originally I was a drummer. I played drums before. Like anyone who's born in Congo, and raised in Congo, they've all tried a bit of music or a bit of sport.
So if I get you a pen, 2 pens, and get you to do it,
yeah, of course.
Someone give me a pen. Let's hear a little bit of the drum.
It's not gonna make sense now because obviously, like, but you ask anybody you ask the Boss Brothers, anyone who's come from Congo or Africa somewhere, they've all tried a bit of music or a bit of sport because as a young man, as a young boy coming up, in Africa, you have to find a way to keep yourself busy.
But would you say with the music was what helped you or enhanced yourself to go into these TV presenting and hosting?
Definitely, because the music has allowed me not to just gain stage presence, but as well, I'll say confidence as well. You know, because when you're standing in front of thousands every Sunday, you know, my church in Congo was, you know, if few hundreds of people. Then I moved to Ivory Coast, and then my church was big, like in Ivory Coast.
So who's a pastor? What is your family member a pastor?
My dad's a pastor.
Your dad is a pastor?
My dad's a pastor, yeah. So, but then I went to a different church in Ivory Coast. It wasn't, my dad wasn't involved in that. So it was a big, so that played a part. I remember the first time in Ivory Coast, I was in front of, I think the church was about 1,000 people plus. You know, they asked me, you know, you're going to sing a song. Whoa, I stood there.
You sing as well?
I try a thing, you know what I mean?
Give us a little bit, give us a little example, please.
I wouldn't classify myself as a singer, but I do try a thing.
We have seen a video of you on your YouTube, on your Facebook as well.
If I do have to hold a note, I would hold a note, do you know what I mean?
Give us a little note.
I'm not Chris Brown, but let's talk more, and maybe I might come back to that, but I'm not Chris Brown, you know what I mean?
So how long, so the music started first,
yeah.
And which one came first? Was it after the music, was it the TV presenting, or was it the hosting?
So after the music, it was the hosting, because it was concerts, it was just church events and stuff like that.
So tell us a little bit, when you first got told that you're going to host, how did you feel? And when was it?
To be honest, like when I found out that it was a skill that I had,
yeah,
I used to contact people asking them, can I host your event?
But how did you know you had the skill? Because there's many watching. How would they know that this is what they have, is a skill? And for them to take it further, what step to take after? Because
I didn't think I was funny. But every time I'll touch the mic and, you know, people, you just see people relaxing and people laughing. So I was thinking, okay, like, it happened once, twice, 3 times. Then I was like, okay, maybe this is something that, you know, there could be something in here that I've got. So then I started contacting people. You know, if someone's having an event, I'll say to them, okay, I see you having an event. You know, can I host your event? Can I present your event? Or I didn't even know that you could kind of make a bit of money out of it. I used to do it literally because because I literally just enjoyed making money out, just presenting. Then eventually, you know, you start doing your research and you start finding out that, you know, there is actually something called a master of ceremony or a presenter or a host, as they say. So then it's just been a process like that, to be honest.
So how long have you been doing all this? Like, how long have you been in this activity?
Say I've been in it for, like I said, since my teenage years, basically because of church and stuff. But I would say hosting and presenting, I would say I've taken it serious, like I'll probably say the past 5 years.
5 years. That's a very long time.
I've taken it serious. I've taken it serious the past 5 years, and I've been building since then, to be honest. Yeah.
Now you have a show called Be My Guest.
Yeah.
But in Be My Guest, we've just seen footballers. Is it just particularly for footballers?
No. Like yourself, it is a platform. We're still working on it. We've got contents that we're working on that we're going to be releasing in the next month. I'm working with a group called SJ Visuals. They're helping me with the editing and stuff because we want to bring good quality and stuff. So it is a platform like yourself, because I sat down and said, look, there's no much mainly black role models out there, you know, so I need to start speaking to people that have a story. You know, if you notice the kind of footballer or the footballers I have spoken to, they're not your regular footballers in terms of they've been through academies, or they all have a particular story to them. So for example, Fabrice came from Congo and, you know, went and knocked on Arsenal's door. Yannick, you know, didn't go.
So showing the struggles that they've been through, the little timeline to get to where they are.
So it's all about, you know, sharing stories that people like myself can relate to.
What are you trying to achieve from there? Audience. I'm
just trying to create role models and motivate not just the young generation, but everybody out there who's watching us, to see that there are black male or female, successful black male and female entrepreneurs or footballers or out there that we can look up to. Because sometimes, like someone said to me, like when I look at, for example, people from Asian backgrounds, their parents have paved the way for them.
Yes.
You know, you see that
they have a direct straight path.
Yeah, you see that, you know, there's a 30-50K you know, saving, waiting for them.
Already
For
for
then they reach a certain age, yeah, you go deal with that. But us, sometimes we
have to struggle to get to that place.
There is, but there isn't. You know, we haven't got much people to look up to. So I started creating a platform where people can you know, can see and relate to. So these older people that I've spoken to kind of have a story, whether, you know, they've been through it, they are going through it right now. So there will be someone out there who can relate to that person and will find motivation in listening to that person. So
for the years, the months or the year to come, we'll be seeing females and male on the platform, and not just footballers.
No, there won't just be footballers. There will be anyone. There will be people who are in media. There will be people who are in entertainment field. There will be people who are just, you know, business people who are building businesses. So there'll be not just people who have already been successful and now retired or whatever, but even people who are up and coming but are building that strong foundation. So you just won't be seeing footballers. No, you won't be. Yeah.
This is good for our viewers, you know. Watch out for the show.
Yeah, watch out, man.
Be My Guest by Randy Kabson.
We're back. We found our feet now. We're coming back strong.
It's going to be very amazing, and I think I'm really watching forward to see what you will bring.
Look forward to it, because, like I said, it's all about motivation, fun as well. Because I can't just be, I can't be serious all the time. So I will be speaking to some people who are fun, people who are outgoing, and just make my viewers not just laugh but entertained as well. So look out for it. With all your encouragement and your support, we'll create something that's big. Yeah.
Very much. So other than hosting, TV presenting, and also music,
that's always
what
gonna
else
be there.
do you do?
At the moment, I've embarked on a journey where I've entered the entertainment field, because it's where I am. So
to what part in entertainment?
Organizing my first event on 29th of July. So I've teamed up with a few people where we've come together as a collective, and we've taken something that's, I think, genuine and rich from our culture. So being Congolese, when you are identified as a Congolese person, to me, three things come to mind. Do you know what I'm saying? You're thinking of, we're fashionable, we're the best in music when it comes in Africa. I don't think anyone comes close to us. Our food, to be honest, is probably.
As you're talking about, I see you're a type of person that like to eat, but
as you can see, I've been eating. I've got a gym membership that I've not utilized for a long time, but I've been eating. But we've got like our culture, Yes, the country. This is what's sad. Yes, the country is going through a dark period, but like I said, trials don't last forever. Yes. We're not always going to be in that dark period. Like we're not gonna always be a country that always crying out for help, always crying out for. We have so much talent and so much, like I said, riches.
Yes.
That I think we need to start utilizing and using that effectively. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because whereas we're spending so much time in focusing on what's not right, we're beginning to ignore what it is right.
Randy, now we're going into a little bit of politics.
I'm not going into politics. No way.
It's a little bit into politics.
No, I'm just like I said, we're talking about motivation, yeah? So someone who wants to motivate, someone who's, you have to always see, yes, you acknowledge what's wrong, yes, but you can't ignore what's right.
I see that we're gonna have to have another show
you can't
about this.
Right.
You know, you made a little Facebook video about this, so I'm waiting for my invite, and also those watching who would like to be involved.
We need to have a debate, because we can't ignore what's right. So, like I said, I'm a proud Congolese, yeah. I'm a very proud Congolese,
I can see that.
Like, I'm a proud African, like I said, and we're good at music. We're good at music.
Don't give out the sauce, because that we're gonna go into when we're talking about your events, this event.
So, like, so this is why I thought, you know what, let me get into something that will help showcase this what we've got, but as well as uniting everybody as well, because at the moment everybody is a bit divided, like everybody's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to argue.
They're trying to find themselves.
Everybody's trying to compete with everyone, and that's not how it should be. Do you know what I'm saying? We need a place where, you know, we can all come together. That used to be there used to be an event, the only event that used to bring people together.
Congolese independence.
No, that used to be that as well, but concerts. But that don't happen no more. So obviously for good reasons.
You are problematic. You're trying to start something.
Hey, listen. Yeah, like don't act like you know what? Don't act like you ain't got an uncle or auntie that used to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? But that used to be a place where everybody used to go, relax, and you know, because living here is tough. You know, like living here, people don't understand. It is tough. We go through a lot, and that's why a lot of people are going through depression, mental breakdown, and all of that. So we need a day or something to just.
These are subjects that we're gonna be headed towards. You seem like you're very intelligent. Like you've fed yourself, you've done your research, and you've done so much, and you've absorbed, and it seems like you have a lot to give. But however. You know, people might be wondering, they've heard so much about you, they've heard what you do and everything. How do you manage to do that? Because you're a father of one, and you're also a husband, and you also have a work. How do you manage to, you know, juggle all these and balance it all together?
I think it's just when you're driven by passion, you always find a way. Like when you're driven by passion, when you have passion for what you do, you always find a way. So, and also prioritizing, really just knowing my priority. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where, you know, I wasn't taking every booking that was coming to me because I realized that, you know, I was always out, so I had to sort of balance out that family life and as well the professional life. But there's also a time where you're thinking, you know what, I might have to sacrifice a few weekends just to make sure that I get things done. So it's all about balance. What about people that are millionaires and stuff like that? And they have, you know.
But was it difficult in the beginning?
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard because, you know, I didn't know how to, even now, like you said, you know, like Be My Guest, it came out, and then obviously that kind of brought attention to me, and then kind of a lot of things were happening in the background. I was going through so much, so obviously I couldn't keep up, so that's why I had to put a hold on that. But you find yourself, you learn in the game, you learn and say, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do. Then, you know, and then you use that. So it comes with experience, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just about prioritizing really and balancing.
That's
things
very
out.
good. Let's highlight he's a married man, just to make sure that is out there, and he's a father also.
Yeah.
So another question: what makes Randy the man that we see today? What makes you you? Yes, we see you do activity, you do this and that, but what makes you you?
I'm unique in the sense that I'm like, number one, I'm a people's person. I just like being amongst people. I like uniting people.
So you're more passionate person.
Yeah, I'm a passionate person, and in terms of what makes me me is just my ability to sacrifice myself to make others happy. Like I'll lower myself to make sure that everyone else is happy. And that's what makes me me, to be honest.
What made you learn that? How did you come to that decision?
I just noticed that I'm just like that, you know what I mean? I just, over the years, I just noticed that I think I even go harder for everyone else than myself.
Did it take you like a long time to discover yourself?
Yeah, it took a while. Like, it took a lot of, listen, people see this people see this strong guy and stuff like that, yeah. It's taken a lot of breaking down. You get broken down, and in that like you say, can you say brokenness? I don't even know if that's a word, but in that
season,
in that destruction, you're being molded into something that you know you
Did
find
it have
your
to
way.
take you a lot of strength? Did you have to?
Yeah, it took a lot of strength. It took a lot of days, you know, wondering why. A few things are not working, so you ask yourself why. Then you just find your way. You just find your way, to be honest. Like I've not, like, I want to put it out there. Yeah, I'm not someone who always grew up with a good with a high self-esteem. I'm not someone that.
So you struggled a little bit.
Yeah,
with
because you know when I was growing up, like I was chubby. So my friends and that were slimmer than me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously
you were tall.
We know the story when you're chubby and everyone else is slimmer than you. We all know what you go through. So
you've
obviously
been through bullying.
Yeah,
bullying as well.
I wouldn't say bullying because obviously
you were big though, too scared.
I wouldn't say bullying. I wouldn't say bullying. Jamie's laughing over there. I wouldn't say bullying because you know it's funny. Jamie out there, he's a good friend. I say older brother, but I've known him for years. So, but he's like say I had people like him who kind of looked out for me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like a lot of people wouldn't accept me, but people like Jamie, people like my other friends, they accepted me. You know what I'm saying, for who I was.
So you had insecurity as well.
I would say I was kind of insecure. I didn't have high self-esteem. I wasn't sure of myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So it took me a long time to realize
to discover that.
Yeah,
this is very good for those watching us right now because you know, as a young person, you might be probably thinking, am I the only person that goes through this? Am I the only one? As you can see, everybody that is today have a name, is today doing something in the community, has gone through some sort of struggle of trying to discover who they are, insecurity and depression. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you for that. And we all know that 2017 you won an award of the best presenter.
No,
Could you give us a little bit like your view? How did you feel?
It felt great because, like I said, you know, when you're growing up, and you know you've taken so many losses and stuff like that. In terms of, it was a good feeling to be acknowledged. You know what I mean? It was a good feeling to be acknowledged by your very own people. So obviously that for me felt good. It felt great to know that people do appreciate what I do. But then obviously it was in a tough category. You know what I mean? I had people like, you know, my older brother, Bienveni Bobanza in there, Cynthia Camps was in there, I think there was, I can't remember, there was a few people, but, you know, these are people who've been working hard for the past years, so to kind of come up and, you know, get acknowledged, it was a good feeling, so, but then for me, it was kind of reassurance that, okay, you are in the right path, and carry on doing what you do.
It motivated you to do more?
Of course, it motivated me to do more, to not stop there, to keep doing what I'm doing, and yeah, it was for me. Like I said, it was a good feeling just to be acknowledged.
Did you feel appreciated even more, like because it shows that there's people watching you, and there are people that are actually supporting what you're doing?
I was even, to be honest, like I said in my speech, I was even surprised to be nominated because, like I said, in the past maybe 2 years, my brand has evolved. Like I said, like I've been building it and it's evolved to the point where now, if you're thinking of booking a host for your wedding or for your event, in some way, shape or form, Randy do come to mind. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, like I said, it was a good feeling to be acknowledged. So, we're still working. It doesn't stop there. Like you have to keep working until I take my brand and my country, my community onto levels where, like, you know, when you see Randy, you recognize London, you recognize Congo, and you recognize the community as a whole. So that's what I'm trying to
based on like how you won the award as well, did they just encourage you to work more in the Congolese community or outside as well?
Nah, that's never my aim is to go far and beyond my community because like I said, that reassured me that I've done well within my community, and it kind of made me realize like, okay, now it's time for you to take your work into a bigger platform and to you know, in terms of globally and stuff like that. So that was reassurance that I've done well within my community, to be honest.
That's very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a little short break and we'll be back. More, stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Thank you.
Salut, bienvenue dans votre émission 100% grâce. Boula Mwanzambele qui est tellement ébélé. Avec votre humble servante, la sœur Nissa Lessi. Dans le Naïkaka, comme d'habitude, vous mettez grâce sur grâce. Comment ça n'a été? Sur une autre émission, on a mis le 100% grâce. Place à Kamoko. Somba décodeur. Good news comme d'habitude. Décodeur, il y en a primo comme Colo, on a promotion spéciale. 155 livres seulement. Na abonnement gratuit il y a 9 mois. Donc, aux attentes, on a la chaîne à Congo, on a la chaîne, il y a partout. Il y a le français, le portugais, le brésilien, le angolais. Comme vous sentez voir, même dans la Hollywood TV. Dans la zone de sur une émission 100% grâce. Donc, voilà, moi, Nzambe toujours. Le numéro à contacter nous, tous les distribués partout dans le monde. 100% grâce avec CPLA TV, Tokos.
Achetez votre décodeur de CPLA TV dès aujourd'hui à 155 livres sterling avec 9 mois d'abonnement gratuit. Après les 9 mois, vous payez 15 livres par mois. Alors n'hésitez pas, contactez-nous dès aujourd'hui.
Welcome back to your one and only show, The Voice of Reasons, and I'm your presenter, Angelique. Thank you all for staying tuned and coming back to watch your show. As you, for those that was early, saw the show, we are here with Mr. Randy Kabson.
Like how you say it. Like, is it Kabson?
I had to make it with, you know, in French we say tendresse a bit, to bring it a bit.
I like that. I like that.
So, early on we were discussing how your journey started from your background, which one came first, your hosting, you spoke about your music, and we ended on you discussing about the Congolese award show this year, 2017. So if I were to ask you to pick one female and one male that you think within our community is the best host.
You're not doing this to me.
We're giving you two. One female, one male.
You're not doing this to me.
No, because if we gave male, they'll be like, oh, it's injustice. Where's the female?
You're not doing this to me. Come back to me then.
No,
no. You have to give me a list, like, because like I said,
we have Cynthia Cams.
Okay.
We have Chris Bless. We have you. We have Francos. We have.
Francos don't put himself as a presenter. He's not.
Well, you know when he puts, when Francos put the suits on.
Nah, he's not.
There's Junior. There's others that we do not really know.
Francos, that's my guy. He gets disqualified because as far as I know, he's behind the scenes.
Okay.
He's not.
With the female, based on those that you know. Okay, I know. Into presenters, you saying? As hosts.
Hosts. So in the hosting, you remember hosting presenters is kind of sometimes different, you know. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen many females hosting events like that. Like, so the only one that we used to have previously was Cynthia, and then you had, I think you had BK who used to do a thing, you know. But I don't know, like I thought they
choose.
I think.
So for the female, we have two, BK and Cynthia. So
that's because she was doing. Cynthia was doing this for a while. Do you know what I mean? You know, with
so
her
would
show
you give it
stuff.
to Cynthia?
To be honest, this is what I would say. Yeah, they're both different in terms of what they do. Like, you know, in what they focus on and stuff like that. So they're all different. So I couldn't really sit here and say you're the best and you're better than this and that. I think they're all doing a good job. Like every one of us here. That they're all doing a good job, and like I said, people like Cynthia and that I know of have made a name for themselves, and they've paved the way for maybe a lot of females. They probably wouldn't admit it, but she probably paved the way for a lot of female presenters today, like who she's given them that, like I said, to be in front of the camera, and then obviously BK, she does her thing. So they're all different, you know what I mean? They're all.
What about the male?
The males, like, you know, of course you've got the Eddie Caddies, you've got the me, you've got the, so everybody.
Remove yourself there.
I can't though,
so,
because I can't.
Well, let's remove yourself because that's unfair.
No, I'm joking. I think, like I said again, like we're all different. Like with me, when I do my events, I'm different. Like for example, I'm not a really big fan of my banger and stuff like that. So when I'm hosting, an event.
You put everyone into consideration.
You wouldn't really hear me doing my banger, the peanut butter naki. What boy? What's up with you? Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm not really like that. I'm all about content. I'm all about making people, you know, have a little moment where they're like, have a little moment where they're interacting with each other.
They feel like there's a unity.
Exactly. So, like I said again, we're all different, you know. But I really like from the older generation. I really like how Bienvenido Banza presents. Like I feel like he's really different. The energy that he brings on stage, like, I really like how he works and how he keeps things going. So a massive respect to him. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who haven't seen in the scene for a long time who were good. So
I'm not gonna pressure you anymore on
that.
that.
That was a hard one.
So do you consider yourself as a role model?
I consider myself as a role model. I'm working. I think I'll say I'm working towards that. I'm working towards being a role model.
So you're in that path.
I think I'm in that path, but to me, everything that people think I've achieved yet doesn't really come close to what I really want to achieve. So
your goal is high.
Yeah. So I think, do I consider myself being a role model? I'm somebody that people can probably learn a thing or two from me, and I guess, does that make me a role model? Yeah, maybe, yeah, but
if I would
maybe,
say,
I don't know.
if I would ask you, what is your definition of a role model?
I think a role model is someone that you can look up to, and in terms of when you look up to, for example, everybody who's close to their parents will consider their parent being their role model, because they can learn, like as a female, you learn a thing or two from your mum, or for me, my role model is my dad. Why? Because of what he's achieved in not being in this country for more than 20 years, but he's been able to achieve so much in terms of his career, in terms of what he does. So he's my role model in that sense. Do you know what I'm saying? And as well as my uncle, my and things like that. So I think a role model is someone that you can look up to, and someone that motivates you, someone that makes you, someone that makes you want to do what they've done, or someone that aspires you to do more. So that's what I think a role model is.
That's very good. Thank you for that, because it's good for people to understand what is the definition of a role model, because it seems that many people do not understand what is role model. Another one. What are we now to expect from you as a community? What are we to expect from you?
Do you know what? What are we now to more content in terms of more shows, more events, like in terms of bringing people together, and that's what you expect from me. More shows, more events, and bringing people together and stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, starting off the 29th. It's the first one. That's gonna be the first of many, because obviously after that we're gonna do it yearly. So so
it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, so that's the first one.
So we're gonna see a short video as an advert to see what is to come and expect for the 29th of July. See you soon.
Style is more about not what I wear, or it's more about how I wear an item basically, and it involves elegance, it involves confidence, it involves being creative as well.
Fashion is an addiction, almost like a drug. You can't get enough of it.
Dressing good gives me confidence, makes you feel good about yourself.
I mean, it's not about brands, it's not about labels and stuff. It's about something that's within you, from inside, like inside of you. So I feel like out there, there's a lot of choices of what you can wear, but then you just have to find your identity, really.
Je suis pas force de design, mais Je suis juste quelqu'un bien qui aime bien s'habiller, qui aime bien être propre.
The initiative of La SAP is quite important to me, and I want to emphasize that it should be important to you as well, because we're going to be showcasing African style, African culture in a big way, where creativity is going to be flowing. People are going to be dressed amazingly, so you're not going to come there and see anyone dressed mediocre. You need to be your best, basically. So look into your wardrobes, go shopping and find the best outfit to wear on that day, which is going to be on the 29th of July.
You've just seen right now is what for you to expect on the 29th of July. Yes. So Mr. Randy, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Alright, so what we've called it is La SAP London. So basically when we think about La SAP, obviously it's come from the concept of the sapology and stuff like that. But what we've tried to do, we've taken the name because we like the name, but our thing is we want to give people an experience, of a night of experience where, you know, they have the opportunity to come out, you know, dress good, like they have a red carpet experience.
So there's no dress code?
No, it's, yeah, dress look good, like dress to impress, man, dress to impress. So bring out your most creative outfit. Bring out your most creative outfit, you know, whether it be a dress or whatever, whatever that. So I don't know if people seen the Met Gala, like I don't know if you've seen it, like where, you know, celebrities go out in the evening on the red carpet. And they have all these crazy outfits. I know. I think last year was when people were making fun of Rihanna when she had the feet. So that's something like that we're trying to create. So an opportunity where people come out, you know, dress good, you know, mingle with each other. There's going to be a fashion show. There's food going to be sold on the night, served on the night. You know, there's going to be.
Is there age limit?
It's an 18+ event, unfortunately.
So ID is required.
Well, we will be checking that, but it is, just know that it is an 18+ event. So if you're not 18, please, just because of, you know, the kind of, because obviously there'll be alcohol there and stuff like that. So we want to just make sure that we meet the legal requirements.
And security will be also
there.
there.
The security will be tight. It has to be.
But why did you choose only to do the La SAP? Why couldn't you do anything else, like? Because
I like that. I think it's a part of our culture that we ignore.
But like, our culture has so many things.
Yeah, but that's one of the things. I think what people need to understand is, like, we can't all be doing the same thing. Like, we can't all be doing the same thing. Like, you know, like, some people, like, you know, their strength is, you know, like the Boss Brothers and that, their strength is within media and whatnot. So we leave that to them. I won't come and try and be an editor and so I'll stick to doing what I'm doing, but I think it's now up to you. Like you said, you're coming up and motivating. So if you feel like, you know, you're good at that, then you do that. So I'll stick to what I feel like is good. So our culture is so big and so rich. I think if we can all pick one thing to do, and together, when we come together, that's what's going to make us stronger. But if you're all focusing on one thing and ignoring the others, then, you know, that's how people become rich, you know. Like, you know, they think different. Like, okay, so the concept of La SAP, I think, is a culture. It's a part of our culture that we've ignored. Like, you know, when we look at sapeurs, like, automatically we tag them of being not serious. But Guinness sold that, and then they looked at it as an opportunity to make money. So they went back to Congo and shot the advert. But then that's when we started. That's when we now want to decide to be proud of it and say, oh, Congolese people on TV.
So appreciate it.
No, but we ignored it for years. Do you know what I mean?
On the day of the event, what time does the door open?
The door opens at 5:30 sharp. So from then on till about 7, there's a red carpet and interviews and stuff like that. 7 o'clock, the show starts. Till about 10:30, and then from then on, you know, there's a little party mode going on till about 12.
Who are people, your guests in it?
What, my guests?
Your guests. Or is that going to be a secret?
Performing.
Yes.
People performing. Yeah, you got music by the one and only DJ Linzo. I'm going to be co-presenting with Bienvenido Banza. You got Gareth B, who's been part of your show.
Yes,
as well.
my boy.
That's my guy. He's performing. Lydia Cabs is performing. You know, another young man that I'm putting on who I really appreciate his work. Shinestone is performing. I've got a guy coming from Paris, Mistos Capitanos. He used to be part of the Shakalewa boys. He's coming down. I'm right now. I hope they're watching. I'm speaking to Bala Bala boys. You know, they're doing their thing, so they're gonna be there. So there's
a lot.
There's some surprises as well on the night, and there's a fashion show by some really good-looking men and women. The tickets are available. You can contact me, or there's you can go on Eventbrite. You know, LASAP London Fashion Gala, and the tickets are there. Right now, we're running out £15 tickets and stuff.
So it's going up to £25.
It's going to be a madness. Like I'm already warning people to not try and come thinking they can pay 15 at the door.
So are there tickets at the door as well?
There will be, but the prices will be
higher than what it's supposed to.
So it's best to grab it.
So on that note, please, Mr. Randy Kabs, can you give us all your details, because our viewers may want to contact you, you know, to get you to host, to present in the...
Yeah, that's fine. So if you want to contact me, so my details are as follows. Facebook, Randy Kabson, so RandyKabson, that's my Facebook. My Instagram is Randy Rants, so RandyRandZZ. My telephone number, the line that for business is 074 544 04670. So that's 074 544 04670. So if you want to get in touch, that's the way to do it. Or by email is randy.kabson@gmail.com.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kabs, for coming into the platform of The Voice of Reason. We really appreciate to know your background and everything. Thank you also our viewers for taking time to watch your show, and thank you for staying tuned. I hope to see you all next week. I'm your presenter, Angelique. Bye bye for now.
Yes, thank you.